Welcome to my channel. Today is the 31st of January 2026 and it's a good day, as you might have the sense of. I don't think it's in the camera angle, but it's a very beautiful, slightly breeze, hot spring day, if you will, here in northeastern Thailand. I went to the clinic yesterday to have my blood drawn to get a bit of more information than I'm usually getting every month. This time I decided to go for a complete blood count, and I also got the ALT and AST numbers, which are liver related. Because in January I have implemented a new medicine, and that is mebendazole. It's actually quite weird. I've been doing this now for more than 2 years. And most of the time I've been using ivermectin. I've had a short burst, I think it was 4 months, where I was using fenbendazole. I was doing up to about 2,000 milligrams a day, 2 grams. And I always followed those because Joe Tippins was a guy who apparently had a success treating small cell lung cancer with it. And there's a lot of anecdotes out there saying that that is really something that works. I did not see any result really. It's always very difficult to say because it's not scientifically what I do, and I would never be able to tell whether it would have escalated into something worse if I hadn't done it. So a status quo could be contributed to those things. But in that period of time, I thought it was too expensive. I didn't feel like my liver was too happy about it, although my liver numbers were perfect. So eventually I dropped out of it. It was just too expensive. But only about 2 months ago did I actually find out that there are a lot of these bendazole family drugs. And the one that is the most studied and seems to be the most promised when it comes especially to prostate cancer, I have not been looking into other sorts of cancers, so I wouldn't know, but that is actually mebendazole. So I ordered that from India. I got caught in the custom. We're not allowed to import things like that anymore to Thailand, it seems. So they're getting very strict in their scans. Lost a whole shipment of ivermectin, fenbendazole, and mebendazole. Very, very sad to stand at the custom in Mukdahan and being told in the morning that I could go get it, and it's a 140-kilometer ride each way. And because it was urgent and because I needed it, I went straight away, only to be told that because it's medicine, I couldn't get it. So I could stand there looking at the box with all my things in it, already paid for, but there was no mercy. No matter what I said, no matter what I did. And I had all my documentation with me that it was stage 4 prostate cancer that I needed for. They didn't care. The rule was the rule. So anyway, it has been a month where I've been using 400 milligrams of mebendazole every single day, along with 48 milligrams of ivermectin divided into a morning and evening doses. And then I've done 450 milligrams of fenbendazole, again divided into morning and evening dose. When I did my blood test in December, all the numbers came out perfect. My ALT and AST numbers has always been where they should be. There's never been elevated at any point in time. But yesterday I did another blood test and I included that blood work, like I said, the AST and AFT or whatever it's called, and the complete blood count, CBC. And my lymphocyte number, which was elevated a bit in December, had normalized to a normal level again this month. So that was good news. My AST and ALT numbers had exploded. It's actually become about 3 times, 4 times the amount that it used to be. It used to be 21 and 22 respectively. Now they're 90 and 73. Now I've been researching a little bit about it, and it seems that the amount it has been elevated is moderate. It is not something that is a cause for concern because it has to be elevated by a factor 5 or more in order to be of real concern. But also because it's been stable the whole time, and I just started mebendazole, it is a very, very high likelihood that that's the reason. So I'm going to continue my protocol with fenbendazole and ivermectin as I'm going forward, but I will pause mebendazole for 2 weeks, and then I'll do another blood test to see if the numbers has stabilized. Next month, as I'm going in there, I'll also be adding naltrexone and niclosamide. Small dose naltrexone, about 4.5 milligrams every night, and niclosamide 500 milligrams a day, once a day. Things that I've had in my refrigerator for a while, I stopped it because I thought I was doing too much medical things, too much drugs, and I wanted to see if I could do without it, so I basically just forgot I had it. But it does hold a lot of promise, and it's a combination therapy, so let's see how that's worked. I can say that in January I went into deep ketosis for the first time ever in my journey here. I did not maintain deep ketosis every day, but I was in ketosis every day from the 4th of January when I started out, and that is thanks to the sardine fasting. That is a brilliant fasting. But it had my cortisol level raised, and that has a negative impact on the insulin spikes, which in turn, again, because it's a growth hormone, could have an impact on cancer progression. So given the fact that the last 3 weeks I've had some issues peeing, which could be contributed to cancer progression, but it could also just be my BPH that is triggering something right now. Nonetheless, I was no longer sure in what direction my PSA was going, though I did hope that the new initiative with the mebendazole would make some positive impact, but it could have countered with the cortisol levels and my ketosis levels as well. But the reality of it is I've seen another drop. We are now at 95.7. I would have loved to see it done to 94, but because then it would have been the best one in 5 months. But it is still under 100, which I'm really happy. And it's a decent drop. We're talking about a 5% drop. So that is also very good. I like it. I like it a lot. I'll take it any day. I was just looking at the numbers. The last 5 months, my average PSA had been at 96.6, while my average PSA the 12 months prior to that has been at 105.6. So we're talking a dramatic drop in average. But what's really most important to me is that I've managed to keep it at bay now, and the numbers, the blood numbers, apart from the liver numbers lately, has been improving all over the line. So that is brilliant. But I will be posting all these numbers on my blog in one of these next days here. So if you want to study the numbers, you can go there. Anyway, it is a very good day, a very good day. It's always with I wouldn't say anxiety anymore because I'm kind of having my foot on things. I kind of know what I'm doing, but since I've had these major changes this month, I was getting a little anxious about whether I'm going to see some good result or if I'm going to see a temporary flux towards something not so good. But 95.7 was it? 95.7 was a good result, really good result. So I'll keep 2 weeks break from the mebendazole. Let me see the numbers being normalized. Then I'll change up my protocol for that one. I was doing 400 milligrams a day every day, every single day the whole month. But I will change it up to be a 3-day on and 4-day off, and I'll maintain the 400 milligrams, and then I'll see at the end of the month what the blood numbers will say. But so far, I am very optimistic. So that was just a small update from here. Until next time, stay healthy and healthy.